So who have we got in this next game, Dan?
Next game coming up, we have. Down here. We have a Sydney Basalisk on red. We have Hendra Hurricanes back on blue. And then Tigers on green. I think that's the New Zealand team.
That's the new New Zealand team, yes. So Hendra coming back in. Hendra making a couple of roster changes. It looks like they've switched out Mum and Sebrox for Angel and McNutty. Angel is traditionally actually a Laser Force player. So she's come over to the dark side and joined us here at the Nationals. So we're just...
minor tech fix again.
minor tech fixing. So we've just lost the scoreboard at the moment. So it does look like that both Angel and Valkyrie are holding that spot in blue. So Angel is in that one-person zone, looking at the front door. Why is she looking at the camera? I've got no idea.
She knew you were talking about it.
Sure, I knew. Ears were burning. And then we got Valkyrie underneath the base. Looks like Red's holding a very interesting spot there because they've actually got someone looking at that back door, but they're not in the V. They're actually kind of half standing out in the open. So that's a little bit dangerous. They could probably get maybe one tag for a player coming around the corner. Yeah. But if someone decides to train and they go, oh, I've shot one person, I've got to get back in that V, they're going to get tagged there. So it's a bit dangerous. So that one?
I imagine you would hope that they have someone further out along that path, maybe, to give them warning. And then I also think, once they tag that one player, surely they're going to pop back into the V to defend themselves better.
So it looks like we've got a bit more of a standard game here. Each team at least got 2 players inside their base at the moment. So I would expect that if all 3 teams are playing a bit more of a structured game, that they're going to have 2 people inside, maybe one person floating outside, and then the other 2 players off trying to get those bases.
Yes, agreed. And I think from memory of the 3 teams, I think you're looking at a game where all 3 teams are going to back themselves to win this one.
Oh yes.
This is a game they're all thinking we can win this. There's no way we're thinking second. We're going for this game.
Yeah.
So they're going to employ possibly slightly different strategies to make sure they do that.
Yeah. No, you are right, Dan. I mean, all 3 of these teams are probably around the same level in terms of skill. So compared to some of the other games that we've seen where we've had a massive blowout and then a couple of closer ones in second and third, I think overall we should see a really good close game for this one here. So it'll be a very interesting game to watch.
While you're chatting there, the red player that we were talking about before, they definitely just got shot out. Like that wasn't the best defensive position all round. I don't know if he got surprised by a few players maybe, but yeah, he's got back in, which is good. But it's going to make it difficult if players are just standing outside, which we can see. There's players just standing right outside the door. Very interesting.
It's a very interesting choice. Yeah. It's making me uncomfortable watching, to be honest.
It's not where I would stand.
He's got to get tagged. He's got to get tagged.
What are you doing? Move.
Alrighty, we're just about to get our scoreboard back up, guys. So we'll give you a quick score update as well. Once everything loads. Here we go. Hey, it's time to see Spider come a turn. Beautiful. Alrighty, so
good days.
Hendra in the lead at the moment with both McNutty and Goat getting bases. Basilisk with 1 base, with Spider getting a base there, and the Tigers yet to score on bases. So Hendra in the early lead at this stage, with Minty on the Tigers now copying a turn. Wow.
Action-packed.
All on. Every game is copping terms at the moment. This is cool.
It's fantastic. I don't want to play now.
And Butzer now getting his green base. So if you are looking at the Hendra team as it stands, they're probably the 3 main attackers on the team for this particular game. Goat now denying Minty. That's well done to Goat there. It'll be interesting to see if Butzer actually makes the call now to not worry about Valkyrie and Angel. Let's leave them in defense. They're doing a good job there. They got the 2-shot deny on Minty. Let's move over to Red and let's see if we can win the game with 6 bases maybe.
Yeah, it does look like he's going more that way, as in they're still sitting in blue the same positions. So, I mean, look, it's for me, if you've got 3 attackers that are definitely more likely to get bases, it's one of those decisions you want to make sure it's the right decision. But generally, I think them going forward and getting all their bases first is going to be part of that decision.
Yeah.
To make sure that you get out in the lead and get the bases, because obviously sometimes the thing that's not talked about is getting 4 to 6 bases ahead of the other teams. It's going to put pressure on those other teams to react and do possibly not the thing they should be doing, which then gives you the advantage for your other last couple of players to get out and get their bases a little bit easier.
Yeah. No, definitely. Is Zam getting his base for the Sydney Basalisk as well during that exchange. So Basilisk now on 2. Hurricanes, though, still have a clear, I think it's be about 5,000-6,000 points in terms of a pack point lead at the moment.
Yes.
And Field now getting the first base for the Tigers. Tuscan going for their base. Tuscan will get the third base. But yeah, you can now see that difference. They've got that 5,000 point difference at the moment. Both Butzer and McNutty packing very, very well. Same with Goat. Goat's in the positive tag ratio at the moment on 127%. Made a mention on the Welcome to Nat stream last night. Goat probably the most selected player for Fantasy League this year.
He must have a nice low pointage for selection.
He was
expected output high.
He was very cheap.
As we should mention, a lot of the newer players are, because we don't really know their values.
Except for Hacker. Hacker was...
Oh, yeah. Oh, was he?
But
world-class team of GP with a new player.
New player? Yeah, no, he's not doing that. Bump his price up a bit.
That's it.
So Hendra still leading at the moment with an extra 4K in pack. Does look like that the bases have slowed down for both teams. It will be interesting to see if Princess and Sadland will finish off their green cycle. If they do, that could be interesting for Hendra to see how well Valkyrie and Angel handle, the bulk of attack at their base. So, because I don't think they were really, Valkyrie wasn't necessarily pushed in terms of defense in their previous games, so be interesting to see how she gets tested.
I have seen a bit of action in and out of their base already with Green getting over there, Tigers. So from face value, you would have to say it might be a bit tougher for them once it gets busier. But then you might hopefully start to see the Butzers and McNutty and Goat getting back there to help out, because they've got 2 bases, possibly things like that.
No, definitely. As we talk, Sadlamp now gets his green base, so just Princess to go. At this point, do you think that the Tigers are going, hey, look, we've dropped 7 bases. Is it time to pull the trigger? We've got just under half of the game left. Let's just throw that Hail Mary and just go now.
Dan, your team wants you.
Oh, okay, I'll be out in a sec. I think that you would hope they would have that thought process. I think, unfortunately, I'm not sure how experienced their best players are per se, and able to read that and get that correct. It could be one of those things where it might be another 2 minutes later that they call it.
Yeah.
And again, that could be the difference of the game for even second place, because they're just not ready for when they should call that. It'll be interesting to see. That said, no, they're still there. They're still defending at the moment, so we'll see how we go. Well, that's my team calling anyway. I've got to shoot out. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. We'll see you later on in the week.
Talk to you later.
Nice.
Cheers.
Thanks, Dan. Alrighty, guys. I had a quick question in the chat. People asking where are the Tigers from. I will see if I can get NZ put in front of Tigers for the scores, just to make life easier. But if you do have any... hey, where is this team from? Who's playing on this team? Those style of questions. We have a great website that was set up this year, zltac.com.au. If you go onto the website, you can find a wealth of information there. If you're looking for information on individual player statistics or team statistics, I highly recommend checking out the link to Base Dump on there. It is primarily used as our fantasy league, but it also has all the stats from every Helios Nationals on that site, and it is a wealth of knowledge. So please, zltac.com.au, follow the link to Base Dump, and you'll get all the information that you will need there. Princess getting denied by Angel. That's very well done there by Angel. Once again, we have mentioned that's her first nationals, so she's doing quite well in defense there. A nice even tag ratio of 100%. Does look like the Angel will primarily be left in defense, as we are joined on commentary by Drake.
Hello.
Princess now getting the blue base. Sorry, I'll be able to sneeze.
That's all right. The things you got to do when you're on Oh, Minty. Oh,
yes.
Unfortunately.
Every game so far that Dan and I have commentated, there's been terms. It's been
Yeah.
great.
Incredible. Yeah, even the first two games of the day, first couple of games of the day, we did have penalties awarded as well.
So, Zone 031 in the chat asking, are there any new sites that have joined this year? I mean, there are definitely new teams. In terms of new sites, you're looking at one now with the Hendra Hurricanes. This is that site's first nationals team. Are there any other new sites?
Nothing I can think of off the
No,
top of
nothing
my
that
head.
coming in. Like, we've definitely got new teams from sites.
Yep.
Like, the Tigers are definitely a new team from New Zealand.
Yep.
But,
New Zealand development team. Yep.
Yep, but yeah, no, I think Hendra are the only new site per se.
Yeah, no, we did have a couple of these players on the Tigers are from Dunedin, which is one of the nominees for the 2022
Yes.
Nationals.
So Dunedin and Mount Wellington. Once again, going off against each other.
Dunedin sent their... Phil.
Oh,
as
Phil, no!
well.
Oh, we got 3 terms this game.
So Dunedin did send their first team last year, so it's good to see them back again for their second year. Angel, shots on green.
And well done to
Picking
Angel.
that up there.
So that's green base done for the Hendra Hurricanes. Basalisk have closed the lead as we get into the final 30 seconds of this game. If Basalisk can sneak one extra base in this game, they will steal the victory from the Hendra Hurricanes. So it's going to be very, very close. Basalisk do need to shoot right now if they need the base. And I'm not seeing any Basilisk players inside either blue or green. So it will look like that Hendra will sneak away with this victory. That's their first victory of this Nationals. Well done to the Hendra Hurricanes. Sydney Basilisk will come in second place with equal bases, but only about 3,000 or so points behind. And on New Zealand Tigers, look, it's their development team we said, but very respectable. They got 3 bases themselves, 1,600 points.
Yeah, congratulations there to the Hendra Hurricanes. Winning games in your first nationals as well, like especially against reasonably established teams as well, is really, really well done. But in that game, we saw another 3 penalties handed out. Spider, Feel, and Minty all taking penalties in that game. The referees sure are not shy early in this competition here. Just making sure that everyone's any little slip-ups, they're being penalised. So please, everyone, make sure that you're abiding by all of our rules.